everyone, my name's Amy Bahaja. For those of you that don't know me, I am passionate about location freedom and financial freedom, and have been working online with my business now for the past 7 years, and my passion is showing other people how they can do the same. And today I'm going to share with you how you can avoid the financial mistakes of your parents so that you can set yourself up for a better financial future. So when we think about financial freedom, a lot of the time we think of having lots of wealth. True wealth is having both time and money. And I never really got that concept. I never really understood that. I never understood that time was a commodity that we couldn't get back. And I always, I guess growing up, thought that money was more important than time, and that it was normal to trade my time for money. So our parents are just following what they've been taught about money from school, and so are we, and finances, and, how to think about money, how to get money, how to keep money, how to make it grow. And so school really teaches us to get a job, to work 30 to 40 hours a week, and to have job security. And if you have job security, then you'll have a great retirement. But the world's changing, job security doesn't really exist anymore. The world's getting more and more competitive, and companies close down, people lose their jobs all the time. So our parents have been born at a completely different time. Nowadays there's things like Uber and Airbnb where these companies are making money and they don't even have a shop front. So our parents used to get the information from TV and from the radio, from the newspaper, and this was their main source of information. However, today the world has changed and people make money with social media, they make money on the internet. So I think it's really important to understand this so that we can teach our children and they can teach their children about finances and about things like residual and passive income and location freedom and being able to work from anywhere. So often our parents, because the only education that they have about money would come possibly from the school system. So our parents may not have actually had a plan for their finances or building wealth, or maybe they only stuck to what they knew, which is what they were taught in school. So with that in mind, our parents may not have had access to making strategic decisions when it comes to money, or decisions about money that can set you up for life so that you can have money and that you can also create time and maybe work from wherever you want. So I know that for myself, my only education about money growing up was coming from the school system and from my parents. There wasn't any self-education about money, finances, or investing, and I didn't really understand how money was generated. And I think quite often it's possible that our parents don't know how money is generated either. So I want to give you guys some tips that you can take away and implement so that you can create the kind of financial future that looks great for you, whether that's having enough money to do the things that you want, having the time to do the things that you want, spend time with the people that you want to spend time with, or being able to work online from anywhere in the world. So it's important for us to understand that the three most valuable things are relationships, money, and time. However, without time and money, it's quite difficult to have quality relationships. And without quality relationships, it's difficult to feel fulfilled and to feel happy. And we know that once time is gone, it's gone. We can't get it back. So time is more valuable than money because we can always make more money, but we can't necessarily always create more time. However, trading time for money does not grow or create wealth. We need to look at other options. So we want to value our time and look at ways to get paid without trading our time or our life for money. So that's the first thing. The second thing is we really want to take advice from people that have created wealth. So find out what you need to know to build wealth. Look at the mindset maybe or beliefs that have been passed from you from your parents or your teachers or your friends about money. Things like money doesn't grow on trees, rich people are evil. These are beliefs that are not abundance thinking. It doesn't serve in any way. So there's lots of resources out there to work on mindset when it comes to money. There's books like T. Harv Eker's Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, which I love. So you can look at those if you feel like you need to improve your mindset when it comes to money. And we also need to keep in mind that the economy is changing. So guys, if you're going to be on social media, you might as well get paid for it. Everyone's on social media, and building a brand today is so important. So if you, for example, if you go to the supermarket, you can literally scan your items and pay, and there doesn't even need to be someone there anymore. So job security is pretty much gone. And if you're going to work hard, you might as well work for yourself. You want to create a plan for your finances. Have a plan to manage your money, have a plan to build your wealth, keep an open mind, and really, avoid dismissing opportunities to make money because of other people's opinions. Quite often people that give you advice about money, negative advice about starting your own business and things like that, are people that don't have the money or don't have the financial future or time or location freedom that you're actually looking for. So it's really important that you do your own investigation and that you don't dismiss things straight away just because of someone else's opinion. You really want to make sure you're taking your advice from people that have what you're looking for when it comes to time and money. And once you have a plan, start looking at other ways that you can generate income. And you can find a mentor, someone that has what you want, someone that's created the financial time or location freedom that you're looking for. And it's so important to build a network around you of successful people that have created the wealth that they want in their lives. And whether that's Forex, shares, property investing, starting a business, people like that you can learn from, and just stay away from people that criticize wealthy people. Because those people normally, they just say, oh, that person got lucky. There's no such thing as luck. People that create wealth, they go out, they learn about it, they create a plan, and they take action. And it's really important to learn how wealth is generated. So there's a book called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. There is Money Master the Game by Tony Robbins. And I mentioned before, Secrets of the Millionaire Mind by T. Harv Eker. So there's so many books and resources out there that we can actually learn about money. And I look forward to connecting to you. If you're someone that wants to create location freedom or wants to create a better plan for your finances, connect with me on Facebook, connect with me on social media, and I will see you guys soon.